Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in southwestern Ontario, Canada. And I want to welcome you to my unannounced Saturday afternoon live. Okay, let me just, I don't want to hear myself. I don't know if anybody will be joining me. Most people generally watch the replay, especially when I have come on unannounced. But it is a cold Saturday here in Strathroy. And you know what? I've been working away and I thought, let's just go on and do a quick card as well as talk about my class, my Rainbow of Happiness class that closes on Monday, January the 10th. In this class, you're going to create 6 cards to each of these 3 different designs, and you can either choose just the stamp set or the bundle, which includes the dies. And the prices are $35 for porch pickup for just the stamp set. $75 includes the dies. And then you're going to have to add $15 to have me mail it to you if you are not local. And this is the way it's going to come. So if you have purchased the bundle, you're going to get in your packet, you're going to get the bundle plus each of these envelopes has two cards plus whatever embellishments you need to create. So this is the way I package my classes, and I like to include a little treat. There's something in here. So I always like to include a little treat, plus there will be a thank you card. So there'll be a thank you card that I always like to include a thank you card, and I like to give you another sample of what you can do with that stamp set. So I always like to do that as well. I am shocked that my registration for this class is not higher. I really think that this is a fabulous bundle, and I thought everybody would love it, but I am wrong, which, you know what? I am wrong quite frequently. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? Thanks for joining me on this Saturday afternoon. Okay, so I thought let's do a quick card today with this set, and then when I'm all done, I'm going to talk about my Saturday soiree. All right, so this is the card that we're going to be creating, and I have embossed my sentiment on vellum. Did you know that you could do that? It is quite easy. You just have to be a little careful when you're doing it. So I've got all of my products, my cardstock and that, and then I've brought my little rainbow to the inside as well, a little bit of brightness on the inside of my card. It's cold in Wisconsin, is it? Oh, it's cold here, but it is January. And that is the area of the country that we're both living in, right, where it is a little chilly. So we really shouldn't be complaining too awful much. All right, so there's no die cutting. I did not use the dies for this card here. Now, if you are wanting to take my class and you are in Canada and you already have the stamp set or the bundle, no problem. You can just let me know what products you want of equal value to substitute for. All right, so we've got this is from the Tasteful Label dies. So I've got my label die cut here. And then my colors are So Saffron, Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Flirty Flamingo. And then, of course, I'm using Versamark and my gold embossing powder. So let's get these opened up here. I'm craving a burger today, and I certainly don't want to go outside and grill, although I did last night. So I think we are ordering burgers from a local restaurant here in town. Yesterday I did chicken souvlaki, and we did Greek potato wedges in the air fryer. I was gifted from my son and daughter-in-law. They gave me an air fryer for Christmas, and I don't know a thing about them. So it was kind of, you know, Brad has used it a couple times. He did grilled ham and cheese in it. And what else has he done in it? He's reheated appetizers that had been cooked in the oven. So I had gotten an email from Blue Jean Chef. I've taken a few of her classes. She is fabulous. So I got an email from her. I'm on her email list, and it was about air fryers and recipes and lots of tips and stuff like that. And one of the recipes was these Greek, I think that's what they were called, potato wedges. So they turned out pretty darn yummy. So even though I did not know what I was doing, it was like, I think this is what I'm doing. And Brad wasn't home when I was making supper. He was running late. So I just kind of guesstimated what I was doing. So, yeah. Like, I haven't even read that manual yet. Okay, so there's my So Saffron, my Petal Pink, and now I've got these fun lines. I'm using the Flirty Flamingo, and it looks fabulous over top of the Petal Pink, I think. I think they're kind of the same tone, a little bit more orangey in them. So, and I don't want to close up my ink pads because I need them. Now, where's my baby one? Here's my little baby one. I need them for my inside. So this is a fun set to build your rainbows with. Oh, so cute. Now let's do the inside. So let's just set that aside for a moment. And we're going to go back over here. Back with my So Saffron. Thanks, Jeannie. At first I was like, oh, okay, I need to follow the rainbow colors. And then I was like, no, I don't. This is my own card, so I can make it any colors I want in any order I want. So that's what I did. Just kind of playing, having fun with it. Okay, and then this one here in the Petal Pink. Yeah, your color combinations when you're making up your own are endless as to what you can do with it. And let's bring in this one and go right over top. And then our pool party. Bring that in. Okay, right there. And there's our fun little rainbow on the inside of the card. All right. So I don't have a blog post for this quite yet. I will later today get one up. But my inside piece is always 4 by 5 1/4. Always. All right, so my little strip of vellum, this is 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to be cutting it down. Now, we don't sell these anymore, but you can find them elsewhere, the Embossing Buddy. It is so important to take that static off of your cardstock or whatever it is you're using when you're going to be embossing. I'm looking through my pail here. There they are for my little tweezers. Because of the static, that builds up, especially this time of the year. For us that have furnaces going, it can get, the air in our house can get quite staticky. So I'm just gonna ink that up. All right. Now, get on my tippy toes, hold my breath. I don't want to rock it. Okay, grab. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to use my tweezers to hold the end. Bring in my embossing powder. And this time of year, when it's so chilly out for us, and with the Omicron variant, I am not going out of the house a whole lot, only when need be. I've been out to the grocery store and to pick up a food order from a local home kitchen here in town in the past week. Yeah, like I am only going out when absolutely necessary. Then of course I'm going out for my walks. But even Miss Maisie is like, yeah, no, Mom, I am not going out for that walk with you. Are you crazy? It is too cold. She sees me grab my stuff, and she goes and runs and gets into her crate and is like, yeah, you can leave me here in the warmth and comfort of my little house. Okay, I'm just using a paintbrush here to get any little excess. Tapping the back, and there's an extra little right there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but if you can get as much of those stray little flyaways as possible. Now, the way you always have to heat your heat gun up before you emboss. It takes less time then. However, when you're doing vellum, because it is a different texture, you need to make sure that the paper is a little different. It's finer. You need to make sure that your heat gun is really hot before you go ahead and put that heat to that stamped sentiment. So let's heat that up. Give it enough time. All right, and that should be good, because you don't want to be having your heat gun on that vellum too awful long to really warp it. And here comes the magic. Heat embossing is one of my favorite techniques. It's one of the first things I ever did that I was like, wowzers, that is so incredible. I was so impressed. And there you see, I have not damaged my paper. We've got it nice and embossed. It's not warped or anything like that because I preheated as much as possible. Okay. Good afternoon, Diana. Nice to see that I am not the only one inside today. keeping warm and safe. All right, so 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. We're going to fold and burnish. And then Flirty Flamingo is 4 by 5 1/4. And then my basic white is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I use the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder on that, just to give it a bit of texture, a little bit more interest in that background. So I'm using my liquid glue. It is my adhesive of choice, as I have a few more seconds to get that positioned right. Because sometimes my eyes are wonky and I stick things down a little crooked. And when you're using tape, at least for me, when I'm using tape and I go to, if I stick it down wrong, I always end up, actually I almost always end up sticking it down wrong with tape. It's just Murphy's Law, right? You always rip your paper. Okay, so then we're going to put that on there. Okay, and then our insert, because we want the inside of that card to be as pretty as the outside, or almost as pretty. You could also stamp your envelope. There we go. We've got a little bit of sunshine happening on the inside of that card. All right, so let's put the lid on this before it gets all dried up. Now, all I'm going to do is take my snips and I'm going to cut this down just straight across there. You used the free grocery pickup at your store. Oh, what a great idea. I have not done that. I go with my list and get in and get out. I have hand sanitizer wipes in my purse. I actually have always kept them in my vehicle. When I'm doing pumping gas especially, that's just so gross. At least I think it is. So, you know, your hands smelling like gasoline and who's all touched it. And yeah, so I have always, oops, that's the wrong dimensional pack. I've always kept, I seem to have misplaced my regular, oh, there they are, my regular dimensionals here. I've always kept disinfectant wipes in my vehicle, but I wipe off my grocery cart and my hand sanitize when I go in, and then when I empty my groceries into the back of my vehicle and bring the cart back, I then grab I have a wet bacterial wipe ready to go, and I wipe my hands down, I wipe my car door down, and my skin shows it. It is so dry. Okay, so I'm just putting lots of dimensionals. I love my dimensionals. If you are a regular viewer of mine, you know I like my dimensionals. So that's going to go right in the center. And before I press that, I'm taking a peek. That looks close enough. Now, you can see through, if I was to put a dimensional on the back of this, you're going to be able to see through because it's vellum. So what I did, I don't think you're going to be able to see that. I have stacked some of my mini glue dots. So what I did was I just put it where the letters are a little thicker. And when I say stack them, I'm using my Take Your Pick tool. It's perfect for this. And I'm going to put a couple right on top of each other. That is going to give me a bit of lift, so it's not flat on that layer. So it's not a huge lift. You could probably do a bigger, but I'm going to go right here. I wish it was just a little bit longer word there, but I'm okay with that. If you went higher, I don't know if it would, because it's vellum, it's not really sturdy like cardstock. So if I turn that over, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that we've got it's just slightly. I don't know if my camera is going to pick that up. So it's just slightly lifted up, and that's all I want. I just don't want it completely flush down on my okay, I'm just trying to make sure that's fairly straight. I'm looking at my letters to see. Okay, and right there. So you can only slightly see on that E, but I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, that it is lifted just slightly. And I like that. It just that little bit. And next, where on my desk, oh, here we go. We've got the lovely Flirty Flamingo and gold, the metallic ribbon, just to add that little bit of bling. And, you know, I don't know how well the camera is picking up that gold You Make Me Happy embossed, but in person it is quite lovely, I think. Different. It's a different look. All right, so I am just going to give it a tug here to, although if this was going in the mail, it would be flattened by the time and then it arrived. My ribbon scissors. Stampin' Up! Sold these years ago. Years and years and years. These were from when I was a customer. I was a happy customer for years and years while my kids were little. And then I decided it was time to be a business demonstrator. So that's when I signed up. Okay, Take Your Pick tool. But yeah, I've got a couple pairs of these ribbon scissors. I got them before they retired. So I've got my glue dot there. So then I can just place my ribbon, my bow right there. And then these fabulous iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. Oh, love them. They add so much to a project. And depending on the color, it picks up different colors. Now, if you're new to my channel, yes, I just did put some liquid glue on my card front, because even though these they're adhesive backed, I find they don't always stick. And I want to be sure that they are not going to pop off before they get to their destination. So I always like to just put a little dot of glue for that extra security, peace of mind that it's going to stay. And look at that. Oh, so pretty and so quick and easy, you guys. If you wanted to, if you were doing like a whole stack of cards, getting a bunch of birthday cards or whatever on hand to have, this would be a great card to do that with. Now this one here that I just created with you, I've got, my sentiment is a little lower, but that's okay. It looks fabulous either way. And oh, I love that embossing. All right, so let me show you. I've been so busy creating, so I've never done this before. I've never given a sneak peek. Let me just clean some of this stuff up out of my way so I don't accidentally put something, get ink on it. I've been creating away. So my Saturday soiree is coming up. The registration deadline is coming up within the next week and a half. So it is for my Canadian friends, and it is Saturday, February 26th, and it is $100 for porch pickup, $120 if I'm mailing it to you. It is through Zoom, streamed to a private Facebook group. However, there will be clean recordings of the projects so that if you cannot join us that day, I understand everybody's life is busy and they've got lots of commitments. So there will be clean recordings for the projects for you to watch that will be emailed out to everybody after the fact. You're going to get a PDF with all of the measurements, color photos for the, thank you, Jeannie. Color photos for your, each one of the projects. And this is just, I've been busy, busy, busy. So you get Awesome Otters, Flowing Flowers, Eclectic Garden. Now, if you already have these 3 stamp sets, the Awesome Otters is a celebration. It's a $60 level celebration item. Let me just move you up just slightly here. If you already have any of these, all you have to do is let me know when you register what you would like of equal value to be substituted out. And I will happily do that when I place that order. There, that's a little better. So with that includes, I've got 10 projects here so far. I'm almost done creating, but not quite. So you've got a variety of different cards. We've got some fun folds, some regular folds. You're going to get a full pack of the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. You're going to get the cotton ribbon combo pack. We're going to be making some 3D items. As well, there'll be a few more projects that we will be creating. As well, there's going to be treats, because there's always got to be treats. You got to have treats when you're creating. It's just part of it, right? As well, there will be prizes, and no, you don't have to be present to be to win a prize. There's door prizes. There's going to be a couple different door prizes as well. What else was I going to say about that? Oh, pillow gifts. You're going to get some pillow gifts as well. So lots and lots of value for your money. So I just wanted to quickly show you that. So that is all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous Saturday. If you have any questions, please reach out. That's my email right there. If you're in Canada and don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you currently work with, I would love the opportunity to earn your business. If you're shopping in my online store and your order is under $200, please use that host code. If your order is $200 or more, don't use the host code. You're going to get your own rewards from Stampin' Up! So that is all for me today. Oh, we are crooked. When I moved it, I kind of went a little wonky there. All right, so have a fabulous day, guys. Blog post for this with all the measurements and products used will be up later today. And I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. on my Facebook channel for my Monday morning mojo. That's at 10 a.m. All right, stay safe, stay warm, and stay crafty. Bye for now.